Have you ever wondered what it would be like to watch a car vanish right in front of your eyes? No crash, no smoke, no sound. Just a vehicle moving through the real world and then blinking out of existence as if someone deleted it from reality. Back in 2018, along several highways and rural roads in China, a string of bizarre incidents shocked drivers, investigators, and eventually the entire internet. Cars disappearing, whole vehicles gone, passengers missing, zero physical evidence. In today's story, we're counting down the top 5 most disturbing vanishing car events. Cases so strange that even experts don't agree on what actually happened. Some blame natural phenomena. Others think it's government cover-ups. A few whisper about portals, lost dimensions, and echoes of ancient places where reality bends. Whatever the truth is, these mysteries remain unsolved. Our first case begins on a stormy night near Lijiang, Yunnan province. A truck driver named Zhao Ming was traveling north when he noticed a black sedan parked on the shoulder, hazard lights blinking. Simple enough, maybe car trouble. But just 10 minutes later, as he circled back after a missed exit, the sedan was gone. Not moved, not towed, not crashed. Gone. Zhao immediately reported what he saw, and police arrived about 40 minutes later. They found absolutely nothing. No tire impressions, no footprints, no signs a vehicle had ever been there at all. The ground was wet from the rain, soft enough to record tracks, yet perfectly smooth. The strangest part? The GPS tracker on the sedan, logged by the rental company, showed the car still at the exact same position Zhao described, frozen in place on the map. But reality disagreed. Some investigators proposed a bizarre explanation, a temporary blind spot, a kind of spatial distortion where light bends and objects become invisible. A speculative theory, one no one could prove. But Zhao insisted he saw the hazard lights flashing. He said they were there. Then a few minutes later, nothing. It was the first of many.
Our second case is easily the most unsettling. In October, a young couple, tourists from Guangdong, rented an SUV to explore the mountain roads near the Tiger Leaping Gorge. The last message they sent to friends was simple. Fog is so thick. GPS is glitching. We might stop for a bit. That was the final communication anyone received. The next morning, hikers found one of their backpacks sitting in the middle of a narrow road. Just the backpack. No car, no people. Rescue teams were deployed immediately. Drones searched the cliffs. Police checked satellite imagery. Nearby villages were questioned. The SUV never turned up. Locals were not surprised. They said the gorge area has places where the world folds, where travelers hear echoes of footsteps that aren't theirs, and where fog appears so suddenly and so thick that people vanish inside it. Some researchers noticed abnormal electromagnetic readings in those mountains, erratic spikes in the magnetic field, unusual drops in atmospheric density. Nothing that could definitively make a car disappear, but enough to make scientists uneasy. One rescue worker later described the fog there as quiet, too quiet. Like sound was being swallowed. Whether it was natural or something else, the couple and their SUV have never been found.
Case number 3 is the most recorded, yet still impossible to explain.
A businessman arriving at Pudong Airport called a taxi to take him downtown. The driver's dash cam captured the entire route until the final 30 seconds. As the taxi entered a narrow alley used as a shortcut, the footage became distorted, not static, not interference, more like the video frame folded as if the image itself was bending. And then, black screen. The taxi never exited the alley. It never appeared on the next camera. No witnesses saw it come out. When investigators reviewed all surrounding cameras, they discovered something even stranger. At the exact moment the taxi vanished, every camera pointed toward that alley flickered, only for half a second, but enough to erase visual continuity. Some experts suggested a phantom corridor, a theoretical spatial pocket where electromagnetic fields trap objects temporarily. But even that didn't explain how a full-sized vehicle could disappear. The taxi driver's last audio recording captured on his phone revealed one final detail. Why is it suddenly so cold in here? The temperature had dropped inside the car moments before the disappearance. The driver and passenger remain missing.
Case number 4 is something straight out of a nightmare. On an old stone bridge in Kunming, a structure dating back centuries, a cargo truck was crossing shortly after midnight. The driver radioed his company claiming he heard a strange vibration underneath the bridge. He slowed down. Then, without warning, the entire back half of the truck vanished. Not exploded, not broken off, vanished, cleanly and instantly as if sliced from reality. Only the front cabin and 2 front wheels remained on the bridge. Panicked, the driver ran for help, but when authorities arrived 20 minutes later, even the remaining half of the truck had disappeared. The stone bridge showed 0 damage. The river below had no debris. Thermal scanners detected nothing. Local legends say the bridge sits on a dragon vein, an ancient energy path described in Chinese geomancy. Myths speak of travelers who would cross the bridge at the wrong time, only to vanish into thin air. Historians later uncovered records from the 1600s documenting carriages disappearing from that same bridge, hundreds of years before modern vehicles existed. So what exactly is happening on that ancient stone crossing? No one knows.
Our final case is the most visually shocking. In 2021, several drivers on a rural road outside Guilin witnessed a silver sedan ahead of them suddenly flare with an intense, pure white light. Not headlights, not lightning. A sphere of light expanding outward like a bubble. One witness described it as a doorway, a bright doorway being pulled open. In just under 800 milliseconds, the light collapsed inward and the car was gone. There was no sound, no heat, no movement of air, just an empty road. When police arrived, the asphalt showed no discoloration, no radiation, no disturbances. It was as if nothing had happened. Physicists reviewing the witness footage proposed everything from plasma balls to rare optical reflections to covert military technology. But the light behaved unlike any known physical phenomenon, more like the compression flash seen in theoretical warp mechanics. Others believed the light wasn't natural at all, but intentional, as if something or someone took the car. To this day, that sedan has never been found.
Across all 5 cases, the patterns are undeniable. Sudden temperature drops, GPS and camera glitches, distortion of sound and light, complete erasure of physical evidence, objects disappearing cleanly without force. Are these natural anomalies? Unknown physics? Ancient energy zones? Military experiments? Or brief openings into places we do not understand? No theory fully explains everything, and the disappearances have not stopped. Some experts say we're witnessing the same phenomenon that once took travelers, caravans, and ancient explorers, now repeating itself with modern technology. Others insist these are early signs of dimensional instability. But the truth? The truth is still missing, just like the cars. And if you ever find yourself driving through the foggy mountains of Yunnan, or crossing a lonely bridge in Kunming at midnight, or watching a strange white glow in the distance, don't blink, because the next vanishing might be closer than you think.